recording, and then I'm going to share the screen for today's class. So if you look at the lesson plans for today, I want you to know that the answer key, let me show you here. The answer key to the classwork from last class, it will be posted tomorrow, but we are going to go over it today in the Zoom call, okay? Also, before we start, let's see what the homework is going to be. So Friday, this is 5:15. Friday, we have a homework that is an ED puzzle. And then we also have the quiz. I would like people to go ahead and click on that ED puzzle so I know what do you see. I want to know what is it that you see and if it's working for you guys. So do me that favor and try the ED puzzle link. So it is on the daily lesson plans and it's right there, the circle. Caroline, did you click it?
Yeah.
Did it work?
Yeah, it says like put in a nickname.
You put your name and your period, you guys. Please do not forget to put the period. That makes it like half the time for me to sort everybody. So you put Caroline, B, and then period 2. Okay, Paul, how about you? Did it work for you? And Jeevan, did it work, the link?
Yeah, it worked.
Perfect. So make sure, Paul, thank you. I see your chat there. Make sure to write your period, please, so you can save half the time for me. Question again?
Are we doing that right now?
No, this is homework. See?
Okay.
So again, so I'm looking at this part here. You see my screen, Sophia?
Yeah.
So homework, due Friday. So
Got it.
that's going to be the link, ED puzzle, and then also the quiz. But for today by 9 p.m., what do we have for today due by 9 p.m.? Serena, do you see it?
The irregulars.
Yes, it's a handout that is in your Tarea tab, and that is due by tonight at 9 p.m., yes? Any questions about the homework and the work that we're doing? Hola, Spencer, can you hear me well? Spencer? Oh, Spencer doesn't have a mic. Okay, perfect. Okay, Spencer, good. So I know that I have 2 people that need to type on the chat, okay? All right, let's go to Página 4A. But actually, before that, I want to go over the answers that we had on that activity. And
I had a question about the me or the yo and the Nosotros form.
okay, perfect. Tell me what is the question.
Wouldn't it have been repetitive if you add like like a me at the end or a Nosotros because those are the only 2 that use those pronouns. So why would we have to add it at the end?
Good question. So nos belongs to nosotros, so it sounds redundant, right? What happens is that in Spanish, we can do it, and sometimes we do it for emphasis. Sometimes, we just want to say to us. In English, it doesn't make sense to do it, but in Spanish, it's not incorrect, and sometimes we do it for emphasis. I think in the link, in this link here, if you clicked it, I think it says one of the persons actually say that it's just not required, but just emphasis.
Yeah, so when I did it, I didn't add a me or an Nosotros. Like and I
Right.
got like a point taken off. Was
Yeah,
that-
because it was required in this activity. See how I get what you're saying, that it's not incorrect, but let me show you the model. So in the model, you do have a mi padre, and underneath the object is mi padre there. So you have to put the indirect object pronoun
Well-
for a mi padre and then a mi padre.
I put that because those indirect pronouns, like those could be like anything. But I thought because these indirect pronouns were like more specific to Nosotros and to the yo form, that you wouldn't.
Yeah,
use-
I see your point. I see your point. But when you have an activity that is requiring it, just because of practice,
Okay.
you have to put it. In a test, if it says, make sure to use the a person, then you have to say it, right? Because it's required.
Okay.
Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the reason for that is not really to be annoying, but it is to practice and to remember stuff. Yeah, so it's just like a way of practicing.
Okay.
Thank you for your question. Okay, so now I want to go over the answers. And I actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the answers. So this is the answer key. It's not published already. It's not posted. But I want to look at it, and I want you to actually open your own page and compare. Just like Sofia did, that she was saying, I didn't put the a nosotros. Can you please look at your answers and tell me if any of these don't make sense? And this is a really, really good opportunity to do that because we are live, so you can ask the questions that you might have. And I do have access to the chat window, so if Paul or Spencer want to ask, you can ask also. So right now what you're doing is you are comparing your own answers that I already graded with the answer key. So tell me questions here. I know that there must be questions because I did see some mistakes.
Senora,
Yeah, who's talking? Sorry, is it Shuban?
Shuban.
Okay, perfect.
For number 3,
3,
I wrote after calcetines, I wrote yo,
right.
but in the answer key, it's me.
It is a me, and see how this is like when you use a mí me gusta la pizza. So when you use the indirect of the pronouns, in the yo form, you can't say a yo or a tú. We say a ti for the two person or a mí for the yo. We learned that when we learned the gustar like verbs, and this works exactly the same way, because when you say a ti te gusta, this te is the indirect of the pronoun. Does that make sense what I'm saying? And so when you put the person for the to form, you can't say a tú te gusta. It's just not grammatical. We have to say a ti te gusta. Same with the yo. We can't say a yo te gusta or me gusta. You have to say a mí me gusta. Did I answer your question, Shuban?
Yes, but I had another question.
Yes?
Would this work for the nosotros and the ustedes form?
So what do you think, how do you think it works?
Would you say like, would you write nos instead of the,
Ah, that's a really good question. So what we do is nos is the indirect of the pronoun. And then the person that has the a before is a nosotros. So the translation is frequently, a menudo, she used to buy us candies, and directly translated would be for us, which is not grammatical in English. But that's the literal translation. In Spanish, it's not wrong, and we use it for emphasis. Does that make sense there?
It makes sense in Arabic.
Yeah. Let me try and see if we understand the meaning, because this is the main issue when we try to use the indirect of the pronouns. We have to identify who's actually receiving, what's the object, and who is performing the action. So in this case, in all of the questions that you filled out, there was one person who was making the action, so to speak, performing the action. Who can tell me what that person was? So take a look at number one, the model that I gave you. What was the person who was actually used to buying?
The aunt.
My aunt, right? And so we used she. She, my aunt, used to buy. So in every single one of these, it was talking about what your aunt used to buy. So what was different was the object that she used to buy and the people that she used to buy the object for. So if you look at number two, mis hermanitas means my sisters, yeah? And so we did not, in the tutorial, by the way, did you like the tutorial?
Yeah, it was helpful.
It was helpful. That's good. That was my whole idea, to explain, because this is a difficult activity to explain just by reading. So in the tutorial, I was saying that this person here was not actually the person performing. It was the person who the action was performed for. And in this case, it was my sisters. And so what's siempre? Who remembers what's siempre? Caroline, do you remember?
It's always.
Always. And then who is the person doing this always? Jordan?
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. Is it Miss Herman? No, Easa the aunt.
Yeah, the aunt is the one who's doing what? She's always doing the same thing in this activity. What is she doing, Spencer? Can you type that? So it's your aunt. So it says my aunt. And she's performing one action that is the same for all. I see your chat here, Spencer. Compraba, that's right. Which is used to buy. So in this case, we're saying my aunt used to buy, or my aunt always used to buy the teddy bears. To whom? To whom do you think, Mo? Or sorry?
What'd you say?
For whom does the teddy bears are bought? For
My
whom?
sisters.
My sisters. Excelente. So if I ask, let me see here. The tricky part of this is that the order is completely different in English. So Serena, do you think you can try and translate?
The whole thing?
Yeah, number two. And remember that the order is not going to be exactly the same in English.
My aunt always buys my sister's teddy bears.
Okay, almost good. So my aunt always, good job. Always, is it buys?
Or gives. Or
What's the tense? Buys would be like in the now.
bought.
Bought would be like the preterite. Remember, this is the new way we talk about the past.
I don't know what it would be.
So look at the screen. Used to buy, right? Instead of bought is used to buy, because this is something that she used to do more than one time in the past. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just one time that she bought this, she used to buy this, like more than one time in a period of time. So my aunt always used to buy, what was it, Serena?
Teddy bears.
Teddy bears for or to what?
My sisters.
Yeah, my sisters. Correct. All right. One more. Let's go over one more. Can I ask? Let me see. Leila, are you there, Leila? Awesome. Can I ask you to translate number 5? And remember that the order is not going to be the same in English. And then I'm going to say mis primos means my cousins. So what do you think it is? And muchas veces was often or a lot of times. Let's start with that. A lot. Oops, I don't want it. Sorry. Okay, so, oh, dang it. Hold on here. Okay, so, what? Why is it not obeying me? Oh, there you go. A lot of times. What's next, Leila?
A lot of times
It is my aunt or she. Yep, let's say my aunt.
my aunt buys.
But remember, it's not buys. What's the tense? It's not the now, it's the past.
Used to buy
Yes, thank you. Used to buy.
an electric train for my cousins.
Correct. I used to buy an electric. For my cousins. That's correct. Good job. Okay, so tell me, guys, if it's making more sense. If it was confusing, maybe this helps understanding a little bit better. Tell me if it makes more sense now. Jivan, how about you? What do you think? Is it making sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. How about, let me see. How about Sophia, making sense? Sophia? Caroline, making sense?
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Sorry, I
great.
was on mute. I didn't know it.
No worries. So what do you think, Sophia?
It's making sense.
Excelente, gracias. All right, chicos. So let's move on to today's activity. And like I said, this answer key will be posted tomorrow, but you have the grade already. Okay, so 4A, click everybody on 4A, texto página 199. So, sorry, 197. 197. And I am going to do a break room. So I'm gonna pair you in two, group of two. So Leila, I do need you to come back so you understand what we're gonna do. I'm gonna explain the activity. So the first thing, before we start anything, let's try to remember what's tener. What's the verb tener?
Have.
To have.
Ah, thank you. What is the verb ser?
To be.
To be, I'm gonna put here likely permanent things. And what's the seed? Who remembers the seed?
To say.
To say, thank you. Ir, Shuban,
It's to go.
to go, correct. This one is tricky. I don't know why we always forget it, but I'm gonna give you a hint. Poder is the one that we use when we are in class and we say, puedo ir al baño.
I want.
Again, Shuban,
I want.
want?
Or can you
Can I, right? I see a chat here. I see a chat. To be able to, Paul. Gracias. So, am I able to, right? May I go? To be able to. Yes. Now, the verb consistir is to consist. Consist. What's estar? Sophia, what's estar?
To be.
To be, and I'm going to put that this is the location. When we're talking about location or feelings or something that can change. And then the last one, what is ver, Jivan?
To see.
To see, gracias. All right, so what we are doing on this one, before going to the break rooms, I need you to understand what we're doing. So we're going to use the imperfect here. So translating, complete this description that talks about Isaac Newton, a very famous English scientist, with the correct form of the imperfect. Yeah, so we're doing the imperfect here. And in the sections, we have these verbs to choose from. Second section is this verb. And the third section is that verb. And I think there's another one. Here. This is the second section. And I have the tables up here. I have the sections here. De niño, en la escuela primaria, en la universidad, and then su fama. So I am going to break out in rooms and I'm going to give you different sections. So uno, dos, there's 4 sections, and let me stop sharing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to break up rooms. I want 5 rooms because it's 5 sections. Is it 5 sections again? Yes, 5 sections. Okay, so I'm going to create the rooms. It's 2 people on each room. And I'm going to write this down, and I want you to also write it down before I break in rooms. So room 1 is Paul and Spencer. Room 2, Mo and Serena. Room 3 is Shuban and Sophia. Room 4, Jivan and Leila. Room 5 is Caroline and Jordan. So I'm going to give you the different sections. So room 1, you're going to have de niño, section de niño. Room 2, your section is en la escuela primaria. So basically, the same number of sections. So group 1 has section 1, group 2 has section 2, 3 has section 3, so on and so forth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, dang it. I did more sections than it should be. But there are, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for room 2 and room 3, both you are going to have the second section. Okay, let's organize this in a good way. So I'm going to open all the rooms and I'm going to go into the room and tell you what is your section, okay? Does that make sense? You guys know what we're doing? So we have the paragraph, you have to fill in the blanks with the verbs. using the imperfect and conjugating. There are going to be words that you don't understand, so use the dictionary, okay? All right, so I'm opening the rooms and I'm going to stop by in your room to tell you what is your section, okay? Yes? All right, see you soon. You have to click the button that says join. Hi, Mo and
Oh, yeah.
Serena. Your section is number 2 en la escuela primaria.
Okay.
And listen carefully here. You're going to do 4 and 5 only. Yeah?
Okay.
4
Okay.
and 5 only. All right. See you soon. Hola, Sofia y Shuban.
Hello.
So we're going to do section 2, only 6 and 7.
Okay.
Only 6 and 7. So there's a lot of words that you don't understand probably in the paragraph. So just use the dictionary for that. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right. See you soon. You're welcome. Hi, Spencer and Paul. You have section 1, de niño. Okay. All right. I'll see you soon, guys. Hi, Jeevan, and hi, Leila. You have section 3, en la universidad.
Okay.
Gracias.
Key verbs, okay?
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
soon. Hi,
Sarah babe.
sorry, it took me a bit of time here. So you have section 4, su fama. So your verbs
Okay.
are 11, 12, and 13.
Okay.
And
Okay.
if there's words that you don't understand, use a dictionary, or you can ask me. You can always chat and ask me to come in and ask me questions, okay?
Got it. Thank you.
All right, I'll see you soon. All right, so in 1 more minute, I am going to close the rooms and everybody's gonna come back to the main room and we're gonna see the answers here. Hola, Mo. Hola, Serena.
We didn't have time to finish.
How many? You had only 2, right? Only 2 verbs?
Yeah, but
We didn't
You
we
want
couldn't
difficult
figure
to
out the
understand?
second one.
we couldn't figure out the second.
Okay. We can try and help when everybody comes back, okay? Says 13 seconds, 12 seconds. All right. Okay, chicos. So let's see what we have. If you didn't finish, it's fine. I know that it is not simple. So that's why I gave you not a lot of the verbs, but let's just talk about it. If you don't have it, we can talk about it. Okay, so room 1. Who wants to say the first one? Room one. I'm gonna talk to both. You don't have, I just realized that you both have no microphone. Okay, so the first one. Yes, so the first one is ser. In the imperfect is era. Good job. So it says Isaac Newton nació en 1642. era un bebé tan pequeño y débil que los médicos, what do you have for number 2? Paul or Spencer, you can type. Decía, muy bien. Now it's more than one doctor. What do you need to add? Decían, yep. And we have an accent because it has IR verbs or ER verbs, all the accents on the I. And then what do you have for number 3? So, que él no blank a tener capacidad mental. What do you have for 3? Do you have Paul or Spencer? Okay, so it can be tenía because tenía is, the verb tener is right there. So what it is the verb ir. So, iba a tener. So has to go or has to have. Iba a tener. Okay, good job. Thank you, Spencer and Paul. Grupo 2, I think it was Serena and Mo, you had 4 and 5, right?
Yes.
And you told me that the number 5 was difficult. So what do you have for 4?
Ser.
Okay, so what is the imperfect for ser?
Era.
Era, good job. Era un estudiante inteligente que nunca blanca sus tareas. So he never blanked his homework because he was not interested in them. So what do you think it is? So he didn't do or used to do. So what do you think that verb is? What do you think that verb is? To do homework? What do you think, Serena?
Would be creer.
Creer would be to believe. So what it's saying is that he actually didn't do, never, it says nunca.
Is it hacer?
It is hacer. Never used to do his homework, right? So what is the imperfect there? Good job. For hacer, let's do it together. We have hacer, right? Serena, what do we drop in that verb in order
The
to?
R,
Only R?
the ER.
ER. So that's what you have left. Then put the ending for the imperfect for him, for Newton. So the L form. Anybody remembers the
Is it
ending?
hacía?
Yes, hacía. Yes, excelente. Good job, Mo. Thank you. Okay, group 3. I don't remember my group 3.
It
Oh,
was me.
Shuban and Sophia, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Korean.
Ya, como estudiante universitario Newton siempre.
It's the one with like the Q.
Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Los profesores, yes, querían. Querían. So didn't used to want to teach him.
And creer.
Yes, so that's creer. And let me see what's going. Su madre. Good job. Now, if you say cree, that's the present tense. What do you have to do to put it in the imperfect?
You have to erase one of the E's and put IA.
Correct. Excelente. That is correct. And don't forget your accents for ER and IR. Good job, guys. Okay, en la universidad, that's my group number 4, is it?
Yeah.
And Jivan, is that you?
Me and Lola.
Awesome. Tell me 8. Como estudiante, Newton siempre blank y estaba muy metido.
Leía.
Yes, it is Leia. He used to read his projects and was very involved in his experiments. So what's 9? No blank a los restaurantes elegantes y tampoco salía con los amigos.
Iba.
Yep, Leila, tell me.
Iba.
Iba, good job. So he didn't used to go to the restaurants and he didn't used to go out with friends. And what would be 10? Blank siempre en alguna investigación.
Trabajaba.
Trabajaba is correct. Excelente. Trabajaba. Why do we use aba and not ia, Jivan? In the ending, why?
Because it's an AR verb.
Yes, it's an AR verb. Good job. Well prepared, you guys, everybody. Bien. Okay, so for su fama, that is going to be Jordan? No. Caroline and Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfecto.
Yeah.
Give me 11. Un día, Newton Blanc en casa de su madre.
Estaba.
Sí, estaba. Good job. So he was at the mom's house, at the mother's house. And what do you have for 12? This one is tricky.
Yeah, we weren't really sure on this one,
Yeah.
but we
So-
thought maybe, oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, you tell me. What do you think?
We were thinking maybe veía for
Veía. It could be veía. Let me see.
Well,
So
we weren't
he was
sure.
thinking. So let me translate because it is
Okay.
very difficult to understand this one. He was at his mom's house thinking in how the moon was able to dar vueltas. So that means, if you look at the number 4 here, spin around. So how was the moon able to spin around the earth?
So would it be poder then? And
Yes.
then conjugate for podea?
Oh, yeah, good job. You got it. Right. How could, in other words, translated not directly would be, how could the moon spin around, right? Yeah. And then 13, Newton empezó a pensar, recordó un juego de niños que era, no era, que blanc en llenar con agua.
Yeah, we didn't get that one.
Consisted in or used to consist in.
Would it be consistir then? And
Ajá.
then,
then conjugate it into-
it-
El for el juego.
yeah. De niños, so it'd be consistían.
Yes, and it's one game, so consistía.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I know this is pretty complex when you have to put it in context. Okay, so that's why I wanted to give you the chance to do it in groups. And we will have time and more practice. The more you practice, the better you get at it. And yeah, we probably won't have enough time to practice because of the way we're doing DLD. That's why I'm trying to give you a lot of activities that you can practice with, okay? So make sure that you're doing them. Any questions so far about anything, like any content or any questions about this content, the imperfect tense so far? Hopefully it's making sense. Now, again, I'm gonna review what we have for homework. Due today, as you can see here, your handout that is on the Tarea tab. Due Friday, you have this ED puzzle and you have your quiz. Okay. On the ED puzzle, remember to write your period again. Remember to write that you are period 2 and just your name is enough. Maybe your name and your initial for the last name. Any questions? Stop sharing. And then I'm gonna maybe stop recording.
So
Yeah.
do we just have to do the 18 part, like the rest of that now?
The 18 parts, you're talking about which one? Tell me.
It's underneath what we just did.
Oh, no, that one we don't have to. No, no, just look at what it says in your homework.
No,
Yeah.
like there's,
I'm not doing actividad 18 is what you're saying, right? Activity 18?
yeah.
Yeah, that one you don't do yet. We're gonna work on that, but later, not today.
Got it.
Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. So this is what you need to do. Those 3 points that are highlighted up there. Let me change change my pen.
Okay, so we already did, like, oh,
Did you-
that's a different page.
It's on the Tarea tab.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you got it? You see it?
Yeah, I do.
It's 139 irregulars, and that's imperfect irregulars. And then that's due tonight. It was assigned last class. And then for Friday, we have these two that I am zooming in here. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, chicos. Any questions, comments? I'm gonna stop sharing. And I want to say thank you to everybody who did the video for the Teachers Appreciation. That was really nice of you guys. Did you see it? Did you get an email with the link? No, from Isa Catholic, you didn't get a link? I'm sure you did. It says a tribute. It's the name. I recommend you to see it. It was a lot of you guys, like the whole high school, but a number of you, not all of you, but a number of you saying thank you for all you do, teachers, da-da-da. So I really appreciate that. Okay. All right, chicos, thank you for being here. I'll see you next Wednesday. And keep up the good work that you're doing. I'm really proud of every single one of you. You're doing a really good job. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
See you
Thank
next
you.
time.
Adios, chicos.
Bye.
Sarah, babe,
See.
for my homework, that was
Which one was it? Tell me.
the one that had the 6 tables and the one that we went over in the
Okay.
beginning.
Yeah. That was the classwork, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is there any way like redo it to gain more points?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at yours, Schumann. Yeah, sure. So I didn't post the answer key. You can maybe look at the recording when it's done if you don't understand it. Now, here's what question I have for you. Did you click on the link? Let me share my screen again. So I'm going to share, what link am I talking about? This one here. So when you went to the lesson plans for that day that I assigned it, it was the 11th of May. There was this tutorial. Did you click on that one?
I did, but it was like too fast and I didn't kind of understand it that well.
Okay, so why don't you do either watch the recording for today or watch again the tutorial. Remember, you can stop and go back whenever you want if you don't understand it. And really quick, because I do have another, what is my other? Yeah, no, I still have time. Let's go really quick, Shuan, to see if it makes any more sense. But when I explained it now, did it make more sense or no?
It did.
Right? So tell me, number 2, what I need to fix.
Instead of late, it should be less.
Right, because it's addressing what? Who are they addressing with less?
Mis hermanitas.
Correct. Now on number 3, I put you already the corrections, but tell me what's going on with that one.
Oh, since it's talking about yourself, like
Right.
me, it should be me instead
It
of.
should be me because it's to you. This aunt is doing this for you. And then what about the me? What happens with the me? Am I?
Instead of yo, it should be on me, right? Since
Right.
it's
When
grammatically
you are
correct.
using, when you're using these indirect object pronouns, when you're saying a mí me gusta or a mí me compraba. Same with the to form, a ti te compraba. Okay, what's going on with number 4?
I have to use ah instead
Right.
of.
And then you didn't actually said who the person was. So if you look at here, you put the right pronoun, but you didn't emphasize who the person was. You see that?
Oh, makes
Right?
sense.
So su esposo means your, no, not your, sorry. That's wrong. It's her in this case, talking about her husband. Okay, what's going on with 5?
It should be less.
Yes, because it's referring to her, no. Ah, lo puse. I
Right.
mis primos is plural. Right, so it's referring to mis primos.
Right.
And then number 6,
Oh, since it's saying nosotros, it should be nos instead of
nos,
we.
correct. And then, like I said, for emphasis, put a nosotros at the end. Same as number 5, what do you put for as emphasis with the a?
You would put mis primos.
Correct, that's it. So you can redo it. You can send me an email. I will go over and fix everything if you do it correctly by the end of the week. Okay, Shuban?
Sounds good.
And if you don't see it, just email me again. I apologize. There's so many emails and things that I need to fix. Sometimes I forget. So just be patient with me.
Okay, so if I just do this table by the end of the week, I could like get the points back.
Yeah.
Or get half credit back.
Yes, half credit.
Okay.
Half credit of what you lost. So you lost 8 points. If you do 100%, you can have +4, so you can have 16. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Right,
That's
Shuban.
good.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Bye.
Bye.